There are many problems wrong with the WWE right now, and I've talked about many of them, right? Whether it's the storytelling, the writing, the same reoccurring storylines that just happen every single show. Now, I think a main problem right now is that the heels have no heat, right? No real heat. The heels in today's wrestling, right? Like, what do these heels do that makes them a bad person, right? Because you can't say, oh, well, a heel will break into someone's house because we saw Cody Rhodes, a babyface, break into Drew McIntyre's house, right? Committed a crime and basically got away free. Okay. Now, these heels, basically every single show, they come out and whine and complain and cry, right? Crying for sympathy. But they're heels. Why should they want sympathy? Okay, yes, I understand some heels may want sympathy from others, but not every single heel. Every single heel does not have to be pathetic. They don't. Right? You can have a heel steal jewelry from Cody Rhodes, steal his suits, steal his dog, steal his wife. I don't know. Steal something. Right? You can have a whole cheating scandal with Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. Her manipulating Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. But no, what do we get? Nothing. Nothing. And these are storylines that are very easy to develop. They're not hard, right? The story was basically already set, right? The Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan story was basically set. All they had to do was implement it, and they didn't even do that. Right? And I'm not going to say that was the greatest, I'm not going to say that would be the greatest storyline, but it would be a storyline interesting. Right? And instead, what do we get? Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan just being boyfriend and girlfriend, kissing, and there's no story to it, though. What's the point of them being a fake boyfriend and fake girlfriend when there's no story? It's just that they're together. Okay, cool. What else? What are we going to get into? And that is just my problem with these heels, right? Like, Liv Morgan is supposed to be a heel, but she doesn't really do much. There's no heel. Like, yeah, okay, they have a group to help them. Okay, cool. But there has to be something you do as a heel that makes you a heel. So I think that's just my main issue with today's WWE. And, obviously it's too repetitive. We have the same shows every single week. It's hard to even cover these shows. It's hard to want to watch it. Like, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I grew up on wrestling. I took a big break. Okay, I took a very big break, especially when The Shield came. So I didn't really watch Roman Reigns rise to the top. I kind of watched him when he first came onto the scene, when he was in The Shield. And then he became the big dog. And then that's when I say, all right, I'm done. I thought I was too old, even though I was, like, young at the time. I got back into WWE when The Rock came back. When The Rock came back, what was it, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago? And I saw, before he came back, I kind of was, checking in, watching clips. I saw that WWE was kind of dead at that point. I'm like, there wasn't much to it. But when The Rock came back, yeah, you best believe I came back, and the show just felt amazing. Right? And yes, that's because of The Rock and The Rock's talent, and he's one of the most popular people in the world, in America. That's just The Rock. But still, having someone like that, just one person, can change the whole show. Right? And it's not because he's so much better than everyone else. He is better than a lot of people on the roster, probably every single person on the roster. Right? But John Cena is better than everyone on the roster. How come John Cena's story didn't work out? You know why? Because The Rock's story actually felt real. It felt real. Right? The Cody Rhodes, the Cody Crybabies, The Rock going after the Cody Crybabies and Cody Rhodes, that felt real. That felt like he actually had animosity towards Cody. And he may have it, right? But we felt that. And that's what WWE's missing. You have to have that feeling. There's no feeling. There's none. Yes, we all know it's not a real fight, right? That's not why we're here. We're not here for the fighting. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's cool to see people fly in the air and do a swanton bomb off of a cage. Yes, that's cool. It's so cool. But you know what else is cool? Great storylines. Great storylines that we wouldn't see in a regular TV show. storylines that you wouldn't see in a movie, because there's elements to wrestling and real life to it. And that, for some reason, we just don't get that. You know, even I'm looking back at my childhood days when you look at these heels, Chris Jericho coming at CM Punk for his family being, you know, his dad being an alcoholic and his sister being a druggie or something like that. Like, we don't even get that. And I'm not saying like, oh, we want mean people, we want mean stuff. We just want something that feels real. That's really what it is. Because we know the fights aren't real, right? The promo battles, we don't even get promo battles anymore. Let's talk about that real quick. When's the last time we had a very solid promo battle between two superstars? We don't get that. We get one person come out, he says his line. We get another guy comes out, says his line, and then we get another one comes out, says his line, and then like, what are we even talking about at this point? Right? Like, everything just feels way too scripted. I feel like there should be a qualification, right? If you're in the WWE, you should be able to go out there, go inside the ring, and cut a great promo. And things we've seen it in the past, right? Obviously, there's going to be people who aren't great on the mic, but have crazy physiques. Okay, that makes sense. You have a crazy physique. You're Brock Lesnar. You don't need a mic. You have Paul Heyman that talk for you. Okay, right? There's other cases, yes. But if you're a Cody Rhodes sized guy, you're 6'1", 6'2", 6 foot, and shorter, you have to be able to cut a promo. I'm tired of these 6 foot guys thinking that they can just have good matches and then we're supposed to be enjoyed by that. No, man, you tell a story. And I'm gonna be 100% honest here. The only talent, young talent, that has developed from NXT to the main roster, and I would say it's heavily from the booking and from the creative and also themselves, right? I'm not going to count Obafemi. I'm not going to count Trick Williams because, let's be honest, Triple H and the main roster did nothing. Like, that was all NXT. NXT built Obafemi to become an Obafemi. NXT built Trick Williams to become a Trick Williams. You know what I mean? That's how they found their characters, and they were over in NXT, moved to main roster, and they were instantly over because of the work they did in NXT. You know what I mean? Solo Sikoa is one of those guys that, I mean, yeah, he had a solid NXT run. It wasn't great. He goes to the main roster, and right now, he is doing the best work. I'm just going to be honest. Like, he's the best heel in the game, and yes, it's still one of those pathetic heels sometimes, right? But now he seems to have more power. He seems to, yes, he has comedic timing, but he's also serious, right? And Solo just has the best mic work right now. Like, he's doing the best mic work out of almost anyone in the whole company. Like, I'd rather hear Solo Sikoa come out with a mic than Cody Rhodes, right? Because when Cody Rhodes comes out with a mic, and this is not Cody Rhodes' fault, right? Like, in the beginning, I kind of took it on. I put all my anger onto Cody Rhodes. It's not his fault. Let's be honest, guys. Is there anything creative that they've done with Cody Rhodes in the past 2 years? Is there anything creative that the WWE has done with Cody Rhodes in the past 2 years? Can someone let me know? Because I don't. Like, Cody Rhodes has talent, right? Here's the thing. Like, Cody Rhodes has talent, but when he's constantly holding the main title, and he's constantly holding it, and there's never he's never really had a great rival. The only big rivalry he's had was John Cena, and that wasn't great. It wasn't. Maybe Drew McIntyre, but it's like, even those feuds weren't, the way Drew McIntyre lost his title was just very, it's stupid sometimes. It just makes, I don't even remember how Drew McIntyre lost his title. He just lost it. That's all I remember. He just lost it. Boom, disappeared. Now he's gone. I don't even know where Drew McIntyre's at. The thing is, okay, Drew McIntyre's on a break. Okay, how about we write it into a story? How about we have Drew McIntyre get pushed off of a freaking, 50-foot mountain or something? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, have Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre having a business meeting on top of a roof. Okay? Yeah, that sounds crazy. They shake their hands, and Cody Rhodes, he shook his hand, but then pulled him, then pushed him off the roof. I don't know. I'm really just thinking of random stuff. But, like, you could do that with the WWE. You could do random stuff. I don't care. As long as I can see, okay, that is different, that is new, and I can see that you're trying. Because it doesn't have to be completely new. It doesn't have to be this whole new concept. But there's a lot of concepts that Vince McMahon tried in the 90s, 80s, 70s, all those times, You can bring them back. You can bring one back. You can literally just copy a whole story. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. You can copy it, but obviously mix it in with your own. But you can really just reuse some of the stuff. And the thing is, Triple H is constantly just reusing the stuff that he thinks works for him, right? Like the Bloodline feud that's been going on for 7 years, right? I'm going to constantly say that because it's true. The Bloodline storyline has been the main story in WWE for 7 years, right? And I always talk about the ending. When are we going to get the end? Because it doesn't even feel like we're in the beginning. Sorry, it doesn't even feel like we're in the middle. You know what I mean? It just feels like we're just getting in the middle, and we have a whole nother WrestleMania to go through. You know what I mean? Like, I just want... Obviously, we have fresh faces. We have Obafemi, Rick Williams, what's his name? Ricky Saints, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker. You got the Elton John guy. I don't know, the toxic masculinity guy. I think he's going to be a big star, but I like him. I'll think of some other new, young, up-and-coming type. Oh, Ilya Dragunov, right? Great wrestler. Pretty good on the mic, too. I love his passion. You know what I mean? Like, these are guys that you need to push now. Ilya Dragunov, they're pushing him, but they're not giving him any story or character work at all. Whenever he is there. I don't even know what he's doing now. He's probably hurt or something. I don't know. But whenever Ilya Dragunov is on the show, they give him nothing. It's just matches. There's nothing to do with his character. There's no story. They try to do some type of story with Carmelo Hayes, but it really wasn't a story. It was an open U.S. challenge. And basically, he was like, I'm going to get my revenge, or I'm going to get you back. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a story. And that's what WWE loves to do, right? They love to do these simple things. I'm going to get you, right? They meet in the backstage. They look at each other. Yes, that's simple. Okay, cool. How can we expand that? You know what I mean? Like, that's the beginning, right? There has to be a middle and there has to be an end in every single show and every single storyline. You can't just have a beginning in one show, then the next show, you don't even get anything. You know what I mean? You just get the beginning and then you don't see that guy for like 3 weeks and you're like, oh, yeah, that guy again. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be a beginning, there has to be a middle, and there has to be an end in each single SmackDown, in each single Raw. And if that's the way they break it down in each single show, I'll guarantee you the shows will be better. The shows will be better. There's no ending in any of these shows that we get. There's no great end. Like, the ending, okay, the ending to the match, cool. But the ending to any stories, no, we don't get that. And that's ending the stories is part of the payoff that the viewers get. You know, you really need good heels to make your show feel lively. You know, when your heels are just so repetitive and you constantly just do the same type of heel work, every single heel, it's just, there's no, because at the end of the day, everyone is rooting for these heels because they feel bad for the heels. You shouldn't feel bad for the heel. You should hate the heel. You know what I mean? Like, you should not feel bad for the heels. You should feel bad for the baby faces. But it's like the opposite. They have it they have it mismatched. You know what I mean? Like, the baby faces get everything their way, and the heels get nothing their way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what are we watching here? I had to give some reasonings and some examples of how they can make the show better, because it's really not hard. It's really not hard. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.